All right, so this is a wild one. We got a crazy report coming out of Chicago where apparently approximately $1 million worth of sneakers were confiscated from a warehouse. And it turns out that it looks like all of these pairs did actually turn up as stolen. So you had brand new Nike, some New Balance, as well as unreleased Jordans. And it looks like one suspect was actually arrested in connection to the warehouse. But once again, this just exposes the dark side of the sneaker game. If you ever wonder where all these dudes be getting these early sneakers from, well, you're about to find out. You're watching John Alexander TV. Let's jump right into it. So I saw this one over on Nice Kicks, which it reads, a Chicago man has been arrested after $1 million worth of stolen Nike and New Balance sneakers were found in a warehouse. So of course, as y'all see, this is absolutely crazy. Of course, they did include images, which you see the first one right here. You got stacks, you got rows of the previously released Jordan 3 Black Cement. Now this one right here was even more interesting because what you got right here looks like the reimagined black toe ones, you know, the joints that Nike can't even get off themselves. But what we have right here pictured, you got an entire wall of the unreleased Alma Meunier Jordan 3s, the upcoming release. Man, that's absolutely wild to see right here. So the first thing that kind of came to mind when I saw this right here, I wonder if this will actually slow down a lot of these early sneaker reviews that we see popping up here on YouTube. I can't think of anybody like right off the top of my head, but do you guys know any sneaker YouTubers which are based out of Chicago, which have a lot of unreleased pairs? So I wonder if that's going to slow a lot of things down. That's absolutely crazy. So as we take a look here into the actual article, which comes courtesy of Fox 32 Chicago, it says the following charges actually happened after Cook County investigators found a warehouse storing a large number of suspected stolen Nike shoes. So it says in January, organized retail crime investigators discovered that stolen Nike shoes were being kept in a warehouse at the 1500 block of Southwestern Avenue. The space was found to be subleased by this individual right here. So on January 31st, so that was actually about a week ago, investigators executed a search warrant at the warehouse, recovering approximately $1 million worth of stolen Nike and New Balance shoes. And it says, according to the sheriff's office, this dude was not an authorized seller of either brand and was charged accordingly. But it does say here that he was actually released pending further proceedings. So this is crazy right here, man. You know, pray for this dude right here. Who really knows what the actual story is? But if you look at it from his point of view, I mean, pretty much anybody that's not an authorized dealer that's in possession of unreleased sneakers, I guess they would be considered in possession of stolen property. So again, this dude is innocent until proven guilty, but we'll see how it all plays out. Now, it is kind of crazy, you know, the fact that this is actually happening in Chicago, because Chicago has definitely been a victim of a lot of these crazy things going on as of lately. You know, just a couple of months back, this location, HQ Chicago, apparently they were the victims of a little smash and grab. We've been seeing a lot of these happening across the country. This one happens to be them smashing a car right in front of the front window. And then of course, you already know, once that happens, the culprits, they're about to jump out. They went straight to the register. They're grabbing as much product as they can, and they're keeping it moving. So again, this is in Chicago, but we've seen cases of this happening on the West Coast. Matter of fact, all across the country. I mean, you guys recall even last year, this shop in Chicago, Flea Club, they were actually charged with possession of over $2.5 million worth of stolen goods. And at the time, these were the unreleased Jordan 4 wet cements or pairs, whatever they were calling them at the time. So this has been happening a lot. In this case right here, this is actually where this sneaker resale shop, these like informants or these police undercover agents, they were coming into the shop. They were kind of like implying that they had stolen goods. And apparently the people working at Flea Club at the time were still buying the stuff. And in return, $2.5 million worth of their merchandise was confiscated. So again, I'm not really sure how this whole thing played out, but again, these dudes are innocent until proven guilty. And that's not really the only instance we've seen. Again, I mentioned all across the country, we're seeing things like this, really exposing the dark side of the sneaker industry. And on top of that, even according to this report, which just came out, this one just came out a few days ago, they're saying even the cartel is involved with this right here. So it says, actually, authorities say that this is a stolen train theft right here. So court documents filed by Homeland Security revealed that the suspects used tools such as metal cutting saws and bolt cutters to break into cargo containers believed to carry high value goods like electronics, tools, and footwear. So it says in addition to tampering with brakes, the suspects have been known to disable train signal systems by breaking into signal boxes and damaging internal wiring. So apparently these individuals right here, they were reportedly stole over $200,000 worth of Nike shoes from a BNSF train in northern Arizona. And apparently these dudes were linked to the cartel. So it's big business anytime the cartels involved. If you guys have ever watched Breaking Bad, I mean, I should probably just keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to say anymore. And then, of course, we have the report where last year, right before Christmas time, over $200,000 worth of the unreleased Air Jordan 11 Legend Blue were found in a U-Haul truck. Now, with this case right here, the individuals were charged. Apparently, it was over $200 worth of the stolen sneakers. So we're seeing these reports. They're happening all across the country. It's just a common occurrence nowadays. But again, it just kind of shows you, again, the dark side here of the sneaker industry. A lot of these early pairs we're seeing now hitting the market in advance. Resellers, they can't really push these pairs on you once they actually hit the market or actually officially release. So what they're doing is they're stealing these pairs early. They're trying to get them off as early as you can. If you ever see these YouTubers telling you guys to buy these shoes now while the demand is high, more than likely it could be the case that they're dealing with stolen property. So let's go ahead and see what the comment section are talking about right here. They keep just showing dude's face all over the place right here. So let's see what people are talking about right here. Dude right here, but that's a lot of shoes. A few MFs going down with old boy. Most definitely. A meal ticket, man, somebody been helping him looking the other way for a long time. That's crazy. Vince F says, so where do we buy, bruh? Chill, bruh. The Fed's watching. This dude right here put cooked. Rico Johnson said, God damn. Mixed Rice 3 said, where they selling these at? So any of my Chicago people watching, man, is this like common activity? Is this how it goes down in Chicago? Somebody put crazy documentary in living color. Wow. All them Cement 3 still out here. Man, they made a lot. Yeah, so again, this just exposes the shady side here of the sneaker world. This dude right here put going to jail for New Balance, laughed my ass off. But yeah, man, again, it's not the first time we've seen this, and it won't be the last time. But anytime you see a number such as $1 million worth of sneakers, it just raises a few eyebrows, and it brings a lot of attention to a situation such as this. So these threes, I wonder if all of these pairs being stolen early and confiscated, I wonder if this will affect the release or anything like that. I wouldn't imagine so, just because just like them Legend Blues, that didn't slow down the release at all. So we'll see how it all plays out, but this is a crazy story. And again, we'll follow things up on this one. Remember, this dude is innocent until proven guilty. And apparently he just had a whole warehouse full of unreleased sneakers. Who really knows if they were stolen or not? So we'll see how it all plays out. But again, just wanted to check in with y'all real quick. JA News. I'll catch y'all next time. I'm out. Love.